Episode 74 Boomer Guitar Sessions. My name is Rod Gels, and today what we're going to look at is the shuffle rhythm and the shuffle groove and swinging that eighth note and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so to get down to it, so where does the shuffle come from? How do we practice it and all that kind of stuff? So if I trace back my limited knowledge of the shuffle and swung eighth notes and all that, in order to shuffle, the shuffle rhythm is based off of the triplet rhythm. First of all, that is one of the things you need to know. So the triplet rhythm is what you get when you divide a quarter note into three equal parts. A do-ee, a do-ee, a do-ee, a do-ee, a do-ee, a do-ee, a do-ee. Now, with that said, we play the first and the third note of that, and that is either a swung eighth note, depending on the articulation we give it, where we're going like... Those are swung eighth notes, the do. That's a swung eighth note. Or if we keep them short, that's more of like a shuffled eighth note. So where does it come from? It is an American art form, like the blues. Blues had roots in many places, I'm sure. Okay, some people attribute West Africa to it. The blues was, by all people who I respect, all the things that I know and I've learned throughout my lifetime, blues is an American art form. Okay, taking things from various different cultures, but it coalesced in America. Okay, it was a dance in America. We had the cakewalk in the early 1800s. We had all these kinds of things that we had the work songs. We had the spirituals, and we had all these kinds of things. The syncopation of certain kinds of minstrel songs and all that kind of stuff. That all coalesced into something that like we shuffle the eighth note, or we swing the eighth note. So that shuffling and swinging are not the same thing. So the shuffle rhythm, like any rhythm, I think the way you want to check it out, and it's in lots of different styles of music. When we talk about swung eighths, or we have shuffles and swinging in jazz, we have it in swing music, we have it in rock and roll, R&B, jump blues, country music, anything. And this is not 100% rule, but when it says honky-tonk, honky-tonk's a country bar where people went to drink alcohol and dance. The dances that they were dancing to were shuffle dances, more often than anything else. Western swing, lots of different kinds of music, rock and roll, of course. Okay, so how do we learn this? The thing that I do think that we get from the African American or the African musician is that our music all music does not necessarily originate from a score that a composer composed. Okay, we have festivals and we have different rituals that people do, and they create music. And it's passed on not through written music, but by rote and by experiencing the culture and by experiencing the dance of it all and all that kind of stuff. So this is to say, the best way that I know to have you learn how to play the shuffle rhythm is to listen, imitate, repurpose, play songs that have shuffles, listen to shuffles, check out some of the history that we talk about here. But listen. It's not a reading thing. There's nuances that you're not going to get just by reading. Okay? Though it can be written out somewhat, you're not going to get the nuance just by reading. Okay? It's a feel. It's a dance. It's a certain kind of feel. So now what I call that feel, for years, I've referred to this as junk-a-junk-a-junk-a-junk-a-junk. That's kind of the shuffle rhythm. So what you can do is just here's like a shuffle drum beat. Junk-a-junk ka-junk, 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 ka-junk. Now notice that drum beat and that junk, ka-junk, ka-junk, there's going to be a long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Junk, ka-junk, 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 ka-junk. It almost sounds like a horse with different sized legs walking, or anybody with different sized legs walking, like boom, got like you had a peg leg or something. Okay, get that sound in your system. Listen to as many different Roadhouse Blues by the Doors. Hush by ZZ Top. All kinds of different shuffles, but all kinds of different songs. It's a lot of the shuffles are the same. I'm not even talking about the real complex Purdy shuffles and stuff like that. I'm talking about the Chicago blues, the Texas blues, rhythm and blues, jump blues, ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. And that's a different articulation when we use dooba. So do, ba-do, ba-do. That's another thing. Do, ba-do, ba-do, ba-do. Different articulation, different way that we strike the strings. But that sound, get that sound in your ear. Rockabilly. So learn the guitar parts, learn the bass parts. If there's horn jabs you can learn those as well. Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. All right? Listen to people who can do it. Listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan when he does Pride and Joy. So know that this history of the shuffling and the swinging of the eighth note, without learning this, you're not going to have access to lots of 30s, 40s. My thing is you want to have access to those kinds of musical ideas. Okay? And it's still used in music today, I guess. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. But my music, it's still used. Okay? I don't know if they're doing this in electronic music, to be honest with you. But that's not who this is aimed for. So anyway, so in your, we're going to put a link down there so you can download not only my discussion of some of the roots of it and have you some of the swing bands that inspired it and came up with the shuffle rhythm and made use of the shuffle rhythm, the Count Basies of the world, the Henry Buseys of the world, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters. There's a deep, rich musical blues and swing legacy that you put that stuff into your playing, and it's like you're traveling to somebody else's neighborhood. That I think is absolutely essential if we want to grow as musicians. I want ideas. I want to share ideas with other people. Okay? I want to share ideas and different sounds with other people, and I don't just want to stick to the same neighborhood that I grew up in 40 years ago, where I was the king guy because I could play the Motley Crue song. Okay? You want to build off of that. You want to get dimension and nuance. So taking in different styles. So in order to do this in the shuffle rhythm, listen. Okay? So here is a shuffle rhythm. Here is the shuffle. it's like that's a little choppy. Okay, that's one kind of shuffle articulation. Notice I'm going down up picking with that, and I'm only strumming the notes that are in the and I'm muting out all the other notes. Okay, then we're going to go, we can check out John Lee Hooker, Elmore James, Heber Sumlin. Learn from the people that your heroes learn from. Those are guys that everybody talks about. T-Bone Walker, even Charlie Christian, for that matter. Okay, so here's another variation, and all these are written out in your. All right. Here's another variation. Imagine a slapback echo. Brian Setzer of the Stray Cats and Scotty Moore and all the rockabilly guys of the 50s. Freddie Green with Count Basie's orchestra. Jump Blues. Yeah. Anyway, so much to learn, so much to steal from, so much to borrow from, so much richness in the shuffle rhythm. So, anyway, this is Rod, episode 74. If you have any questions, any comments, anything at all, what are your favorite songs that are shuffled? Put them in the comments. Please like, subscribe, tell 50 of your closest friends. I appreciate you. I believe in you, and continue doing what you do. Practice, practice, practice. See ya. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can do this.